and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and it's Sunday, so I'm here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop where a group of my friends and I get together, find something that inspires us, and scraplift it. And the lovely Tara at the Paper Snob found this, and the Instagram is Scrappy Soulmate. And this layout was done by Claire, and it is a lot of fun, a lot of layers, some mixed media, and some smaller pictures. So I'm going to use the Pet Shop Dog by Simple Stories, and I've got some papers left and sticker sheets, some embellishments, and the flat back brads. I also pulled these out, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I do not use any of those. They're Echo Park, and I probably could have used some of them, like some of the colors would have been fine, but I also don't use those. There was enough of my pet shop left to use that I decided to go ahead and just use that. So I have these 4 little pictures of my dog, Rocky. And I know she has 3, but when I was printing the pictures, I fell in love with all of them and I couldn't decide. So I just went ahead and printed them all. I'm just going to make it work. So I've got my papers. I've got lots of embellishments, some stickers, my pictures, of course, and this really fun layout. So let's see how this goes. So I start with a white background paper, and I decided I wanted to pick one of the papers in the collection that I liked both sides, and it was contrasting enough so that I'm only using one full paper out of the collection and not part of one and part of another. So I am tearing this to where one of them is going to be smaller than the other so that they can lay on top of each other and give you that dimensional layered look that she's got going on. And hers looks almost like a burlap paper, like the texture of burlap paper or something. But I am going with just wanting to use some of these papers that came, that have dog kind of goodies on there, the icons. And I do decide to go with the yellow on the top and that bone darker, it's like I think it's black, but like a lighter shade of black. Like, I don't know. It's not really blue. And so I get that on there. I am going to end up trimming it down a little bit more. And hers is not 12 inches from side to side because it's got mixed media tucked on the sides. So I am only taping it or gluing it right there in the middle with my adhesive. And then I am going to do a little bit of tearing to get the sides with that same torn look, as well as a little bit, I'll end up tearing a little bit more off the edges or off the top and bottom. So the bottom layer is shorter than the top layer. It hangs over a little bit. At least that's what it looks like, yes. And so I'm going to end up tearing this a little bit more because after I get done with my mixed media part, I want to make sure that some of it is seen, a little bit more of it's seen. So it looks like she has an underpaper and she has rolled up the white background or the white paper to expose what's behind it. I instead used a piece of the scrap paper with that bone and just made it look like it was the distressed bit. And I like the way that looks, that dark bit down there. And when I get done putting that yellow and black dog, the bone paper down, there's a little bit of a space between there, and I love the way that it ends up looking. So I am trying to figure out exactly what I want to do in that space to leave that yellow strip predominantly in the middle of the page. And I want to have, the little paws exposed. Now, I'm going to take just a brief second. In the summer of 2022, I did a series called Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff. Can't even get my words out. Courageously Crafting, Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff. And I documented some hard things, and I was going to continue the series. And I did for a few months after that, like once a month I would do something. But I've taken a break from doing it, and I have a feeling that I will be reaching out to do some more of those. Unfortunately, this sweet puppy that I am documenting is only going to be with us for another week or so. And it's been really hard. And so I left that little snippet in there where I took my glasses off because I became extremely emotional documenting these. He's laying next to me right now, but I know that his time is short. And so I have, been struggling a lot with that. But, I did a series, like I said, back in July of 2022, and it was all about, pushing through and still documenting things that were hard, whether it was hard because of a loss or hard because of, any other reason. And so I did a 5-week series in July. And so I just figured that I would mention that I will probably be coming back with doing those maybe once a month. I'm going to need the rest of December and maybe part of January before I can process and maybe do another layout with the sweet doggy because it's hard. But I just thought that I would mention that. So what I decided to do, but try not to cry again now while I'm recording the voiceover. So what I'm doing now is just tucking all these little different dogs in here. I thought, you don't have to use a dog embellishment that looks like your dog, and obviously none of these really look like my dog. So I'm just used a bunch of them to kind of fill in where she's got those leaves. And so I put a bunch of dogs. That doghouse has a place for journaling, so I'll make a note about how he had a little bit of energy the other day and brought me his rope and played for a minute. And then he said, "I'm done, thank you." And then I have some other pictures I'm going to document from that same day where he was laying around and kind of playing with my son. And they're the best of buddies. And so I'm sure that will be just as hard to document. I pulled some word bits on here. And one says everything is better with a dog. One says throw, fetch, repeat. Although there was not really a whole lot of repeating. And he did it once or twice and that was about it. And then I pull another one out up at the top. It says this is puppy love. And I put those on there. This little double dog thing says I woof you, which is super cute. And then I put the little thing down there at the very bottom where he's fast asleep next to my scrapbooking chair. And it says stay positive, and it's really cute. And I'm sure that's what he would like for us to do. I did pull out the woof, which came from the flat back embellishments. And I just wasn't what I wanted to title this. So I did put the title down in the bottom corner next to the cluster on the bottom. And it just says Our Boy. And I used some Hip Kit Club mini embellishments. It's pretty close to the same color as that light blue ball that's on this yellow paper. So here is the close-ups. I hope that you will go and check out Instagram, Scrappy Soulmate, which is Claire, as well as the playlist that has all the amazing creatives that I play around with every Sunday for Scraplift Crafternoon. They will be listed below and in the playlist. And so I hope that you will go and check them out. And I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. I'm hoping to get a few more videos out in December. It's been kind of crazy around here. So I really appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you haven't. If you enjoyed, if you did. And I hope, like I said, you all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.